Yo, 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 yo. I don't know why I'm laughing, but y'all already know who it is. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Romeo, aka Bailey Joe, coming at you with another slick little video. But not from the Lava Lounge, though. You know? But yeah, man, I wanted to get with y'all real quick, man. I was reading on that jury selection shit last night, and man, the dominant society in their media, they think they slick. They think they slick as a motherfucker, man. And most people don't pick up on this shit and don't catch it. But us woke people, you know what I'm saying, man, we know the games they play and the lies they tell. And the words they use to hide secret shit. Well, not secret shit, but the little words they use to to uh to manipulate the masses. But in this jury selection for Derek Chauvin, however you pronounce that fucker piece of shit's last name, the one that murdered George Floyd, in the jury selection, um, I was reading. They got well as far as last night, they had 6 confirmed jurors. One of them is black, and the thing about it is they said he's a black man, but he's been in the country he's only been in the country for 14 years. What he is an African. He's not black. And if you know the relationship between Africans and black people, then you know Africans do not identify as black. They don't have the same experience we do that black people do in America. And when they come here, they're the basically they're the ones that they're the ones that the American government vets, and they allow them to come here. So do so with that vetting process, the Africans know that this is a country of white supremacy. So they are selected, and if I'm going to select you to come into my country, I'm going to make sure that you align with me. So the Africans that come here, they understand that black people, or they are told and they understand that they are to stay away from black people. Do not associate with black people. They're told that during their uh, especially during the meetings where they're getting their citizenships. They're told, because I know African people from Africa, of course, from Africa, but I know African people that immigrated from, in the, I'd say in the past 25 years. So I know a few personally. I know some Asians, and I know some Spanish, well, not Spanish, Latin people that come from, Mexico, uh, and other Latin countries, or what they call them Spanish speaking countries, but Spain doesn't claim them. So I won't call them Spanish. A lot of them want to be called Spanish, but Spain doesn't claim them. Spain is in Europe. But and they all told me, the the immigrant ones, they all told me that legal immigrants. Let's make that clear. Legal immigrants. They all told me that they were told to stay away from black people. And even when they were in their own countries, they the media showed black people as being um bad people, basically. The type of people you want to stay away from. The media in these people's countries showed black people as as being basically the white man's dogs. You're so they come here with a fear of black people because the media, the American media, which influences the media in their countries, shows us in a very what's the word I'm looking for? Shows us in a very um, just not a very good light. I can't think of anything uh, educated to say, but I mean I don't need to. We all know what it is. So they come here with a fear of black people. They're told to stay away from black people in their citizenship meetings. But they've got this African on the jury, and in the media they're calling him black. So they're putting these, and he's the only quote unquote black one that's on the jury so far. And I would bet that he'll be the only one. So when they end up letting this man off or giving him a slap on the wrist, they're gonna say, well, they had a black person on the jury, and the black person agreed with the police. And I noticed too that a lot of the other jurors have police officer relatives. But of course, they said, well, I can be objective though. That would be like me being black and being on the OJ trial and knowing the history of America and saying I could be objective, even though OJ don't give a damn about. I mean, OJ didn't give a damn about black people, but I think that would be like me being on the George Floyd. Well, actually, yeah, you might as well call it the George Floyd jury, because George Floyd is going to be on trial, not Derek Chauvin. George Floyd will be on trial. So, but I could actually be, I mean, that would be like them interviewing me for that trial, knowing that I love black people. I mean, I love all people. Don't get it twisted. I love all people. But I know the history of this country, and I know black people have been the most oppressed and the most mistreated people in this country. So that would be like me being on that jury, well, them interviewing me for that jury, and me saying, oh, well, yeah, I know that America's been killing black people for 400 years, and I'm black too. But yeah, I could be objective. Yeah, right. That's why black people acquitted OJ. They thought they could actually test their jury system and put an all black jury together, and they would actually go off of the supposed evidence as opposed to judging the case on their emotions. Man, black people wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. They was like, hey, we about to give, even though we don't rock with OJ like that, we're about to get a little bit of get back. We're about to get a little bit of revenge. We're about to get a little bit of retribution for what's been done to us for 400 years. So that's why OJ was acquitted. It had nothing to do with any evidence on either side. They thought they could put together an all black jury, and the jurors would be objective. It's almost impossible for people to be objective. I don't believe that shit, not one bit. But yeah, man, they got this African. It's funny. They say he's a black man in the article I was reading, but he's been here 14 years. That's not a black man. That's an African. He might look like us, but he doesn't identify with us, and they know it. Most of those Africans that they let over here, especially the ones now, they'll be at the front of the line waving, hey, 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 Massa, let me over there, Massa. Wearing MAGA hats and shit. Black as hell out there with some MAGA hats on and shit. But now they'll have now they'll be out there wearing Biden and Kamala Harris hats. But my point is, they'll go along with who's ever in power. They'll make themselves seem. I mean, they'll make themselves seem to be willing to do what they got to. Well, they'll do what they got to do to be able to come over here. So they're definitely going to go along with the program. They're not going to be no revolutionary types. Like, I'm going to come over here and help black people, because their asses will be left right where they at. The Congo or fucking Nigeria, fucking Ethiopia, or wherever they are, their black asses will be left right there. But yeah, I think that's pretty funny. They trying to sneak an African in and calling him black. And black people know that those Africans do not fuck with black people. When they come over here, they all they build their own communities, and they all deal with their own. They don't identify with blacks. They aren't a part of our struggle. Now, they might get their asses done the same way black people do, but at the same time, they might get their asses done the same way as black people do by the police. But, they're giving all kind of butter biscuits to come over here. They're giving housing, they're giving grants and loans and all kind of shit to open up businesses, and they don't have to start paying back they don't have to start paying on the loans for 5 years. And, they come over here with a community, and they get with that community of their people, and they pool their money together, and they open up businesses, and they're able to prosper like that. And they look down on black people because they think, well, we only been here 5 years, and we are more successful than you. You're lazy. Your black people are lazy. You're akatas. You're akatas. That's what they call us, akatas, and that's their way of calling us lazy niggas. Yeah, they have a community of Africans over here that their parents, well, the ones that are born over here though, their parents are the what they call the tethers, and their babies are anchor babies, but they have the same ideals, IDEALS, as their parents. You stay away from them niggas. Them niggas are no good. Them niggas are no good. They're lazy. Good for nothing. They're good for nothing. No good, lazy, good for nothing akata. But yeah, that's what they're taught by their parents too. So, and you notice a lot of those Africans, they they try to marry white people, especially the women. Once they get over here, they don't want nothing to do. They don't want nothing to do with any other race, but either their own or white. And most of the women though, they prefer white men because they feel like that's their best road to success, to having a good life here. So they're gonna do and say whatever it takes to ensure that. But most white men don't want them, and most white men don't want black women either. So these black women that hate their own race, now I'm talking about the real black women. So the black women that hate their race and talking about they're gonna divest and swirl and all of that shit, the white men really don't want them either. For the most part, white men don't. For the most part, people, period, want to be with people from their own race, people that look like them for the most part. So usually when these black women that go out of their way and ask kids trying to get a white zaddy, they usually end up getting, the ones that the white women don't want. They usually get the bargain basement ones, the beta males, the ones that aren't as attractive, the ones that come from good stock. They want to procreate with their own and keep their family names and their lineages and their family bloodline going. So most of the ones that these black women get aren't the cream of the crop ones. I mean, that's just the way it is. But yeah, man, I wanted to chop it up with y'all for a second. I'm about to just drunk me a glass of lemon water. That's what I do first thing in the morning now. I'm about to get up, get me a workout in, and get this day cracking. But I'll holler back at y'all, man. Yeah.